What's going on? What's up, everyone? Good evening. Want to see you play Elden Ring? Yeah, I'd be down. My precious face. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you. The gang's all here. How's everyone doing this evening? Birthday is Wednesday? Well, happy birthday, sir. Happy early birthday. Flag Op, Sam, Noob King, my guy. Zushi, Maximus, Maximinus. How's everyone been? Anything new? I honestly hate that I can't hear the music. How do I fix that? Did anyone watch Evo? Hey, what's up, Teresa? Thank you. We be chilling. Alright. Nothing really. That's good to hear. Did you hear the news with the MK Legacy? I did see that they confirmed Trilogy. But that's good news. And I think it's the PlayStation version, and rumors are that there won't be any Shang Tsung loading screens when you go to morph into other characters. That we like to see. Sonic Fox is boring as hell and deserves no... Hey, you gotta give credit to a master of their character. Still going strong on no pop. I just had myself a Pepsi Max or a Pepsi Zero, so... Is it true that the Legacy Collection isn't coming out till December? Because that's kind of crazy if that's the case. What's up, K-Rod, by the way? Yeah, I would love to play the RE remakes. My only concern is people not watching. I would like to play RE period, honestly. Do you think Mortal Kombat should add NBA players as DLC? Honestly, I could see Mortal Kombat going full Fortnite and just adding anyone they can get their hands on. The only problem is obviously is the... I don't know if a basketball player want to sign over their likeness to get, like, obliterated. Oh, we get 3D era titles. I don't think that's happening. I think it's possible if the Legacy Collection does well. That's my theory. And I was pretty vocal about... Is the music too loud? I gotta update that playlist at some point. And DeMarcus Cousins is perfect MK material. I don't know if he would be atop the list, though. So it's December. Is it December 12th is the rumored release date? That's super disappointing, in my opinion, but it is what it is. I disagree. Sonic has always used broken top-tier picks for a while. I mean, he's won with... They have won with so many different characters. And nobody else really did it with Cyrax, so I give credit where credit's due. You don't win 8 Evos just cheesing on broken characters. Although the Injustice one, you can argue with Batgirl was like arguably the most broken character at that point in the game. Hey, what's up, Stick Boy? Would you say that Shao Kahn is the protector god of Outworld, just as Raiden? I don't know if I would say that, honestly, David. I don't think I would. I don't think he's a protector of Outworld. I think he's like a ruler of Outworld. Whereas Raiden is a protector of Earthrealm. Are you hyped about the Goro controller holder? Funny story about that is that I went to pre-order it on the Atari website, and I just couldn't justify... It pisses me off, pardon my French, that you don't get everything that's included in the deluxe edition or the standard edition when you get the collector's edition. So for $150, you're getting the Goro thing, you're getting the coin and whatever else, the lore book, which I am curious about. I ended up just getting the deluxe because I thought it had more value, but honestly, I want the slipcovers. Hey, what's up, CJ? Good to see you, my friend. So I don't know that I'll spring for the Goro controller holder. I don't know if I desperately need it. Just like for the MK1 Collector's Edition, I was gonna get it, but the statue didn't really appeal to me, so I ended up just not doing it. But at MK11 to MK1, Sonic Fox has been spamming meta make himself a hype job in the pro comp, and NRS just give him broken exploits to win. I mean, that's fair. I guess we'll see what happens at Final Combat, but, I mean, if you could master a character and win at the highest level, I respect that, because if Cyrax was that broken, everyone would use Cyrax, and then you would just have to figure out who the best user of the broken character is. I would like to see a Street Fighter guest, but with SF using, like, half... Or, yeah... I would be... Honestly, I tried to play Street Fighter 6 or whatever, the one they're on, and my brain could not comprehend the controls. I still have it. I genuinely tried to, like, understand how to play the game, and it was just so confusing to me. DeMarcus Cousins' DLC would be funny as hell. I wouldn't mind... Floyd Mayweather would be a good one. Or, like, I could see Conor McGregor being, like, an MMA fighter or something. Yeah, I agree with that, Sam, about Sonic. You get more in the deluxe. Just personally, I looked at everything available in the deluxe, and I felt that it was more valuable at the price. I don't know if it's more valuable overall. It just felt like you got more stuff out of the deluxe. But like I said, I do want those slipcovers, so I might cave and just get, like, one of them. I might just get the Sub-Zero or the Smoke one. I don't think I can credit that, because when I was watching... K9 days, struggling with matchups like Sub-Zero and Tom Brady. I mean, Sonic Fox was super young in those days, though, and they were still winning tournaments. I was at a couple of them, watching, like, the Phenom in their prime, you know? But, I mean, we could just agree to disagree. If you don't think it's impressive, that I don't fault you for that at all. I mean... Sonic even went out and won Dragon Ball at whatever Evo that was, too, so... I don't think it's just a broken NRS thing. I can't play SF either, yeah. So it's not just me that I find some comfort in that. I mean, that's a fair point, K-Rod, because I remember Sonic Fox saying that Reptile could be broken, and I don't think that was ever proven, so... We could get Logan Paul, the ultimate fatality dummy. I wish we could get a better look at Edenia. How about all the realms in 2025? I want the lore book as well, but I'm broke as hell. Luckily, my dad loves Mortal Kombat. Yeah. That's the key right there. I'm just curious what's in the lore book, but the thing is, like, not too long ago, I went to go buy that MK1 Liu Kang statue just out of curiosity, and I couldn't find it anywhere on, like, eBay. So, I don't know how available those things will be secondhand. Couldn't he be the ruler of Outworld and still... Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't think Shao Kahn only has the strength of a god, and I believe that normal gods are inferior to protector gods. I mean, it's an interest. You definitely raise an interesting point. I just don't. Shao Kahn doesn't give off protector vibes for me. But I guess, like, you know, conceptually, you could say that by definition, he is like a protector of Outworld, because if someone were to invade Outworld, he would try to neutralize the threat. Well, some people just sell everything secondhand but at scalper prices, yeah. And like, it's such an interesting concept, is that because a lot of people are like, oh well, I'm not giving you know, Warner Brothers or whoever my money multiple times over for old games like MK1, 2, 3 trilogy, whatever, because it's lazy and they put out these special editions just to get people to spend more money, which is fair. But at the same time, if you don't spend this money, we may never get a 3D collection. So I think there's kind of two sides to the coin. Yeah, I mean, it's good in all the level of competition he faces, or just the level of being under him, where he's at in the advantage point. Even Sikander faced Sonic in the past, and MKX, and gave Sonic a lot of problems. I would love to see that personally. I don't really like follow that beef too much. It shows up on my feed every now and again, but that would be the ultimate grudge match. Do you all think they MK Spell City is? Sure, why not? You know what I was wondering the other day, and it was like a shower thoughts type of thing? It was like, why do they call him Johnny Cage with a C and not with a K? That feels like the most obvious correction. But I don't know. What I'm thinking is, we see where we get with Aftermath. We should definitely finish it, and then I don't know if you guys have anything else that you'd want me to play apart from moving on to MK1, but I can definitely start that as well. Pick 3 Mortal Kombat characters to protect you from the rest of the cast. For me, it's Raiden, Shao Kahn, and Fire God Liu Kang. Part of me wants to throw Geras in there just because he can rewind time if things go bad. Yeah, something like Dark Raiden protecting Earthrealm. My point is that he doesn't necessarily need to protect it in a conventional way. Yeah, I think you've convinced me to your side, David. That's pretty fair. Yeah, he's definitely not a conventional protector, but he protects it in his own way. And I think the Dark Raiden parallel is a strong one. I'm stuck if I want the collector or deluxe. I want both. I want everything. Yeah, that's the... I just, like... I don't think I can, in good conscience, spend, like, over $200 on, you know, multiple copies of the same game, even though I bought Mortal Kombat 1, like, 3 different times. I just wanted to know if it is canon. I would probably say that it is technically canon. I don't know if he's ever been referred to as that, but I think it's probably fair. A lot of the Rips Arena players I see aren't even that good. I think the game is just kind of in a state where no one's really grinding to the point where they can beat Sonic Fox. So, I mean, how many entrants did it have at EVO, which is like kind of depressing to see. It was like 300 plus. It was like 370 or something. It was easily the lowest attended game. But I actually thought top 8 was pretty fire, honestly, from the matches I saw anyway. Johnny Cage versus Scorpion was the best fight in the 95 movie. It's probably number 2 for me, Harry. I personally like I've always liked the Reptile Liu Kang fight more. But they're like kind of 1A and 1B. Shaolin Monks or Deception Conquest after MK11 would be pretty cool to see. Yeah, we definitely could. MK needs to have a parry system or moves where all characters can have a defensive whiff punish to delay wake-up attacks. Yeah, I think that's always been the issue. It's just like the amount of plus frames you get. And like, so many of the games suffer from the same thing where you're just sitting in a corner blocking, waiting for your turn, but you can't because There's so much plus frames going against you. By the way, what are your expectations for the new MK film? I'm, like, cautiously optimistic. I think it'll be better than the previous one, so I don't know if that's saying much. But I think they put it, just from the trailer, it looks like they put a lot more effort into it than they did the first one. And I think they got a lot of creative input from actual workers at NRS versus whatever they did before. And I think a lot of people raised the fact that Ed Boon kind of, like, is involved in the promotional aspect, and he's, like, been talking about it, so that gives me a bit more confidence that it'll be like, at least decent. I think you'll get good fights. I think there'll probably be some stupid plot elements in there. I'm curious to see where they go with the direction, like, down the stretch. Like, if Shao Kahn will die in the movie, if, you know, Johnny Cage will be kind of the de facto hero. Because I still prefer to see Liu Kang in that role, but, I do think that Karl Urban being in the movie could drive more people to the theaters to see it. And I'll tell you, I will be there the first showtime possible. Where'd you get the Scorpion and Sub-Zero plushes? Those were from a website called Brain Candy. You can look him up on Instagram. He kind of just creates and sells his own stuff. I actually bought a few different things from him. I have, like, a Sub-Zero snapback hat. That's pretty cool. I like the first one for what it was. Yeah. I said this a couple streams ago, but that was the first, after, like, the pandemic kind of started cooling down a bit. It was the first movie I saw in the theater in, like, 2 years. Because I think the last movie I saw was in, like, late 2019. And then everything kind of went to, you know, went in that direction. I will say the best players holding MK down are North Americans and South Americans. And if more of us came together for tournaments, it would make 100%. But, like, people just, there's no incentive. Like, I've spoken to Rewind a couple of times, and he has, like, a full-time job, and there's no way to make a full-time career out of competing unless you're Sonic Fox, literally. Or unless you're sponsored and you can make money from streaming. I think it's funny how a lot of the Legacy Collection is a bunch of versions of MK3. I mean, granted, yeah. That is the OG series in a nutshell. Oh, the OG trilogy. I'll be a happy camper if Johnny gives Shao Kahn a nut punch. I don't know. That could go one way or the other. I would prefer him to do it on a different character than Shao Kahn. I want Shao Kahn to look as strong as humanly possible. The reason why I want the parry system back is simply because of the BS mix-up pressure in the corner. A lot of players like to spam. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of 50-50s, and you have to guess correctly, otherwise you're... Especially if you're playing a character like Cyrax with the amount of damage she can do. If you guess wrong, you're screwed. Like, I can't tell you, just watching Grand Finals and even whatever other matches Sonic Fox played, just the amount of bomb spams in the corner, and there's nothing you can do. Because everything's hitting you from every conceivable angle. It's my theory, but I think he must win. Could be any character except Liu Kang. I like that theory. I just decided I'll take the collectors. I mean, hey, if you get the 150, I could do it. I just don't know if I will. I have time because I don't think the pre-orders for the Legacy Collection end till, like, the end of this month, so... The FGC is like the boxing community in a way. A lot of fighters who want to make it big can't be promised that as many factors. Yeah, and not to mention, like, the prize pools just aren't anything. Like, you look at... If Mortal Kombat can even get to the Esports World Cup, which, I mean, there's a lot of moral discussion around the Esports World Cup in general. But the problem is like, a violent game like that is never going to get to that level, I don't think. Even if people don't do fatalities or whatever. Even though Street Fighter's there and they have a lot of provocative costumes. So, I don't know. I just like the Final Combat prize pool is, I don't even know what it is, but it can't be that much. Also, if you get a fat PS3, you can play PS2 disc games. I'm getting MK9. That's the ultimate hack right there. If the money was there for the FGC to grow and it was like the NBA in a way to help people get their names out there, we would see a lot of people compete at a high level for big money. Yeah, I mean, it's a fine line, right? Like, I remember MK9 back in the day, there weren't many, like, super huge sponsors involved in it. It was a lot of, like, just players playing out of passion. That notion seems to have, like, completely left. Except for, like, a few players. A lot of people do it still for passion, but a lot of them are also just so good at the game that they can travel and make enough money to kind of make ends meet. And I'm sure they do content on top of it, but I wish Striker came back as a playable character. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he will. I honestly feel like a lot of the cameos are... They have such a low probability of becoming playable characters unless they were in the story mode. Like, I don't see, like, I don't know, I guess Darius was in the story mode briefly, but... Hey, what's up, James, my guy? Liu Kang's victories must be avoided because they lead to Armageddon. If Sonya had fought and finished Shang Tsung, perhaps that would be enough to prevent Armageddon. Yeah, there is a part of me that kind of wants to do like an alternate reality of Armageddon had Taven won, and just like go through the potential story beats that they could have hit had they not rebooted the timeline like that, or the series. That was a video idea that popped up. I used to think the Major League Gaming organizations was good to help you grow, but it wasn't when I saw lots of people complaining about... Yeah, I mean, as someone who follows the Fortnite competitive scene, like, with somewhat regularity, there's so many, like, scam organizations that'll sign players and then they can't pay them, so then they just fold. And it's just like... I don't know how often that happened back in the day, but like I said, the old MLG, like, MK9 days were just... some of the best, if not the best. It was like watching, you know, Rio and all of these like super talented players just travel, playing for absolute pennies, but like absolute at the highest level. Like Evo back in those days was cinema. Like I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And I don't know if like my lack of following it as closely is because of the game or just my interest kind of waned over time, but I wonder if Cybersmoke will be in a future game. I hope, because I don't know. I low-key, I think I like Cybersmoke more than Human Smoke. Sonya, Kano, Jax, they've got to come back. I don't know, Frost. Yeah, that's what I mean. I guess what I didn't articulate it the way I meant to is like those characters that are kind of just like a nod, wink to the people who like the 3D era games, and like Pharah. Like, I don't see Pharah being playable in the next game. I think that was purely because the cameo was the perfect system to introduce that type, or to reintroduce that type of character. That could be an alternate thing if they do something like that in Armageddon 2. I honestly don't know where the direction of the story goes from here. You know, when Reptile was in the first Mortal Kombat game, he used the moves of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. The spear is like Tongue Lash, Fatality, and Freeze is like his fourth ball. Yeah, that's an interesting parallel. I think it's better to grow your own branding with YouTube and just keep your full-time career path going. FGC competition should be used as a hobby for supplemental. Yeah, that's why Rewind has it, you know, from all angles. Like, he's super talented just naturally at the game. He's got a full-time job. I think he works in like HVAC. So he's got that, you know, he uses vacation to go travel to tournaments, and he's still good enough to like place top 8 with regularity, except for at Evo. I mean, but he'll be at Final Combat, so But yeah, I just don't think it's sustainable unless you're like a Mena RD. Some of those top Street Fighter players make enough money off of like the Pro Tour and grassroots tournaments and they're sponsored, so it makes more sense. But if you're not winning as often as those type of players do, then it's ill-advised to try to support yourself just off of Mortal Kombat tournament winnings. I don't get what's so great about the Great Kung Lao if he couldn't even beat Goro. Most of the characters could do so easily. Yeah, I guess the meta just evolved after he died. Do you think they'll be able to progress with the current timeline, or will they have to create... I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew what their thought process was. I just don't see how you can... I don't see how you could drop this timeline one and like a quarter game in. Like, we have MK1, and then we have Chaos Reigns, which I consider like a quarter of a game. And they already kind of laid the foundation for like what could happen next. We don't know if the ending, like the character endings, are all canon or not. I think it's kind of implied that they are, but where does Chaos Reigns play into all of that? Will it? I honestly could see a scenario where Chaos Reigns doesn't really matter much in the grand scheme apart from Noob Saibot. And obviously like Cyrax and Sector. But I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Mortal Kombat again for a couple of years. Maybe like 2027, I could see it coming back, maybe. Or what they could do, theoretically, is like... Because I do think there's at least like a non-0% chance that the next game could be like another MK versus DC. That they do that, and then they use that as like a bridge to reboot it again. But if they do that, like, how much credibility does NRS lose from a storytelling perspective? I remember that one show Mike Hollow had with that one FGC player that competed in tournaments called Fighting GM, as he explained. All the crap you be yeah. It just doesn't feel like... I feel like apart from Street Fighter, fighting games never really went full esports, you know? Like, you never saw... apart from the Esports World Cup, you never saw, like, massive prize pools. And I guess the Capcom Pro Tour. Is Blaze ever coming back? I hope so. I think Blaze is super underrated, personally. Whenever I hear the name Liu Kang, I think his name's Luke Ang. I don't know why, but that reminded me of this guy who thought Takeda was white for some reason. Bro, for me personally, if I had my YouTube channel that I run, that grew up to millions of followers, I would still work my career job in IT for cybersecurity. I mean, that's the beauty of YouTube, is that it's passive income. So if you can make enough money off of it to like supplement your primary income, then that's like the best way to use it, unless you were like a Mr. Beast or like one of these top like 5% creators who can make a living off of it. But I mean, when you run your own business, you pay a lot in taxes. People who are stupid using YouTube as a full-time means for a job isn't the way to go. It's not a guarantee the money will always be there. It's better to use that money to invest. Yeah, it's fair. Anyone play Elden Ring? I need help. I don't, unfortunately. Although I would like to play it someday. Alright. A lot of big YouTubers just rely too much on the views, and it's not a good idea to think of one. You're 100% right, and I wish I did more of it. I wish I was, like, multi-platform, but I can't figure out TikTok for the life of me. And I just never used it, so maybe that's part of it. It's like ignorance, but... I mean, at a certain point, if you're kind of... You know, if you have any semblance of talent in terms of, like, video editing and creation, I think it's something worth exploring. If you had to be in charge of a franchise, what would it be? Probably Mortal Kombat, and then I would ruin it, and people would hate me like they hate NRS at times. I'd like to see what Shang Tsung's life was like when he was Earthrealm's champion. I know, a prequel would be so sick to the series. Like a solo Great Kung Lao story. Or even just like another I know that the Sub-Zero mythologies didn't really work out well, but I would love to see that. They make Injustice 3, I pray what they add Liu Kang as DLC because they were supposed to... I mean, he's the obvious one to pick next. What that new YouTube AI algorithm BS, I just look up random political stuff I don't understand. Yeah. That is depressing. Agreed, I want to run my own online IT business, and I'm kind of scared of putting money down as it's very expensive with all. Yeah, I mean, the economy is in the absolute shitter right now, for lack of a better word. Everything's expensive, and there's not many jobs out there, like jobs that pay well anyway. So yeah, I mean, if you have an eye for IT, because I worked in IT personally full time for 7 years, it's a good position to be in, because tech is like one of the better sectors to be in. But with AI just being on the rise, I definitely fear for the future of like certain career paths. But I mean, at a certain point, and I have to take risks in life. That's one thing I've learned. I'm just gonna stick with work in a standard private company, building my experience more, and possibly work for the government, build my experience for high-level positions, take advantage. Yeah, I mean, if you can get one of those cushy kind of like upper mid-level type of careers, that's the best position to be in. One that doesn't kind of flag you on the sheet that you make too much money. You got to make just the right amount of money. Oh, nice. That's dope. Yeah, I was in IT for 7 years, and I left. And now I am a part-time journalist and well, I guess kind of like a full-time journalist and a full-time YouTuber. In a Mortal Kombat TV series, I don't remember the name, Noob Saibot is made of a black substance like oil. Would it be cool? Change the shadows to oil. I would have to see how that would look. It'd be an interesting idea. I don't think that's the path they're going in the new movie, though. I think it would be an interesting thing to see, though. Like, in a more realistic sense. Yeah, coding got devastated by AI. I hate AI. I hate AI. As someone who works... yeah, for me, I love AI. I want to help it grow. I just think that eventually AI will get to the point where so many people are out of jobs. I could see it as a tool, but there's so many like people in the AI sector that are like people who used to work for Google that are literally saying that it's going to take over people's jobs. I'm a new adult. Why from YouTube doesn't help. Yeah, but you're in a good position with pharmacy and, like, nursing, because those can't be replaced by AI. Or, though, I'll knock on some wood, because you don't know. You're a journalist. I mean, I'm a writer. I wouldn't call myself a journalist, necessarily. What did you do for IT as a job? I started as, like, a help desk, tier 1, and then I ended up as, like, a procurement-type position, where I would basically... buy all the expensive equipment, because I worked for an MSP, so we had several clients under us, and I would basically handle all the purchases, like the big purchases, and buying laptops, computers, parts, servers, switches, all that fun stuff. What made you get away from it? That's a complicated thing to explain. It just didn't work out, and I was making, like, decent money doing writing on the side, and then I decided to kind of just focus all my energy on that and YouTube. So those are the two halves to the coin, or the two sides to the coin for my life right now. I did try to get a new job in IT, but they were paying me, like, a quarter of what I made at the previous job, so I was like, nah, I'm good. Plus, I would have had to commute 5 days a week, and I would have had to pay for my own parking, and I'm like, nope. Cookie Monster cameo fatality, yes or no? I'm sure there's a mod out there. I agree partially with that because if corporations start using AI to cut back on costs, they already are. That's the problem. And AI is not perfect by any means. Anyone who's used ChatGPT with any degree of regularity knows it could be wrong at any given moment. But meanwhile, at the same time, people are passing like college using only ChatGPT. I need to check that out then, because the only Mortal Kombat things I saw was Mortal Kombat Legends. I mean, you might be talking about Conquest. I'm not 100% sure though, David. I haven't watched Conquest in years. But I'd love to rewatch it. I like how every MK character has something interesting. Cobra is a maniac, addicted to finishing his opponents. That's interesting. Yeah, most of them have something interesting. The problem is when people hate characters, the, you know, NRS or Midway just like gives up. And then like you'll see bits and pieces of them, or you'll hear them referenced in passing, but I think part of the reason they rebooted it in MK9, and they've probably said this before, is because they just got to a point where there were too many characters and they needed to kind of, you know, give everyone that massive like collision of all the characters, and then just like hit the reset button and get back to basics. You could do your favorite. I'm actually working on my next video, and I'm pretty excited about the concept because I don't think it's ever been done before. AI in principle can be good, but I don't think it needs to be fully centralized. Yeah, and with like the government essentially taking like all the regulations on it for like the first 10 years or whatever was just signed or passed, that's a scary proposition because that could just be used for control. And I don't think it should be used to replace jobs, but it will, because people want to cut costs. That's the reality of the world we live in today. I think it's Mortal Kombat Conquest. It tells the story of the Great Queen. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Favorite fatality from the first 3 games? Ooh. Honestly, the first game, it's probably the spine rip, as like, you know, prototypical as that answer is. I just always love the spine rip, and I think it means more than the fatality itself. It's like a statement, you know? It's like a pillar in gaming history. The second one, I always like Katana's Kiss of Death. And then in the third one, it's got to be Cyber Smoke's World Explosion. Does anyone remember the Fire Black Dragon member with the messed up face? Was it No Face? Yeah, David's got it. I want to see AI work with the gaming industry to see how good it can be. Yeah, I could see AI being useful in gaming. I just, you know, I've seen enough Terminator to know, like, what the full extent of AI could be. That's scary to me. I think if it gets to the point where it's smarter than us and we literally don't even have to think for ourselves, that's when we have issues. As for Mortal Kombat goes, we need to have some better voice acting and better skins for the next game. That's fair enough. Which realm is the Jade Desert in? Probably Outworld, maybe? I don't know. That's a good question. All right. That's a good amount of yapping. Let's flip over to Aftermath and let's finish this. But yeah, if you guys want to keep that conversation running. They need to make MK characters look consistent. Yeah, did you guys see the... I mean, I posted about it on my community page, but the Street Fighter Outfit 4 pack is just like... It almost felt like a direct, like, you know, nod of the head to Mortal Kombat, like, or like a challenge or something. I don't know. Get the sponsor up. Yeah, it's like given 1984, low key, 100%. The fact that so many people are using AI to cheat for college scares me because I have a chronic illness that I need surgeries. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that AI can be good, but it shouldn't be a primary focus in our lives. I think it should be something we can refer to for certain things. I think it should be like an elevated Google, but it should not be like making decisions. It sucks that we don't get to play the Great Kung Lao Hydro, the Crip guy. But we get the characters we don't ask for. Bro, seeing Terminator in real life would be the World War III Civil War. I mean, it's crazy too, because like, if anyone's seen Terminator 3, like the way that the nuclear war starts is that like AI basically fires rockets at Russia, fires nukes at Russia, who returns fire at the US, and then like that's how it starts, and that all feels like it's happening right in front of our eyes. But what's crazy too to me, not to get like that to that level, but like we're all just little ants in the grand scheme. We just like try to live our lives and do the most we can to enjoy it. And it's hard to avoid all the stuff that happens in the world, as much as like sometimes I want to. That's why I miss being younger sometimes. Because I was in grade school when like 9/11 happened, and it was, I didn't even know what was going on, honestly. Sometimes I wish I could be like that. Exactly. Why are people paying all this money to not do jack shit? It's a valid question. That's something real. There's this company called Udon Entertainment that releases swimsuit edition comics for official franchises. Street Fighter is one of their biggest. Yeah, I don't think Street Fighter's ever been afraid to show skin. It makes you wonder where, like, because I'm not one of these people that needs to see Melina in the Flesh Pits outfit ever again, but it makes you wonder why they got so conservative about it. And I'm never going to refer to the series as woke, because I think we have plenty of risque character designs, but I do wonder what happened there. But I do, at the same time, I do think the MK9 outfits were a little, like, insane. Thought processes are more important than information. That's what AI can't teach. Yeah, it's critical thinking and just, like, thinking beyond analytics. AI should be used as informational companion tool like Jarvis from Batman. You mean Iron Man? To help people with... Not to mention the environmental impact. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about that. I miss being younger. I wish I could go back to my past and just live lifestyle and not deal with... Yeah. 100% K-Rod. Like, it was nice to be younger and not care about what was happening in the world, and just more, what am I doing after school? Can I have 20 bucks to go to the mall? Can I, like, go to the movies for $8 and watch, like, some insane, like, mid-2000s Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift or something? That's when life was simple. Damn, I was also in grammar school when 9/11 happened. They took Saturday cartoons, is what I remember. It was crazy. The MK9 look. Yeah, that's like a hot take, Sushi, too, what I've found. I think on one of my... Because I do a short series on, like, every character's worst costume, and I did Sonya, and I said that MK9's is bad, but at least it was memorable. And people were like, oh, you're just saying it's bad because you're woke, or... Like, some comments on YouTube just, like, blow my mind. And I have to, like, restrain myself not to comment. If anyone has seen the movie Idiocracy, yeah. I've heard that so many different times, CJ. When were you born? 92? 1892. I heard someone say the idea behind the MK9 skins being like that were sex sells, and when it's sold, they dialed it back. Now that they knew they had an audience back, but wouldn't they double down then? Yeah, like I said, I don't need to see those costumes. I just don't... It was like an overcorrection in MKX. Like, everything looked so gray and, like, boring in that game. There were some good costumes, but it was just... It was just like too much of a course correction almost. And I don't remember people back in like in, what was it, 2011, people saying like, oh, these costumes are offensive. I was doing way better in my life, living more happier, not dealing with polarized people trying to make conflict out of nothing and vilify based. Yeah. I mean, everything is so politicized these days, and like it feels like everything on comments on social media is all like bots. Like no one's real anymore. Like for all you guys know, I could be AI right now, and I could just be like sleeping or working on my video. That's the direction we're going in. Anyone using woke unironically right now, I just ignore it. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's just like cringe. Like cringe has been so overused that it's like it has no effect on me anymore. Somebody called me cringe on my comments. Oh, it was my iceberg video, because like I did this thing where I kind of like whispered into the mic for each segment, because I think I saw another YouTuber do it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of an interesting way to separate the segments. And he told me it was a good video, but my voice was really cringe. And then he said that it wasn't original. And I'm like, but again, these are the comments that stick in your head. It's crazy how that works. Hey, what's up, Xavier? What is up with the strange cyber characters in MK9? I was watching MK9 X-Rays by Alberto Blaze. I saw Kenshi cut Tremor. Kenshi cut Tremor? Is that the Vita version then? Because Tremor isn't in MK9 proper. Like the MK9 lady costumes weren't my thing either. Not just because of my sexuality, but in general. But I also wondered, yeah, I don't think they ever really acknowledged it either. New Fairway AI conspiracy. If I grew up in a third world country and didn't have to see contact with the Western world, it's so true. As privileged as we are, we always have something to complain about every single day. And like, I don't know. It's just like, it's crazy how that works. Like for the majority of us who have access to social media and like, you know, water and food and stuff, it just becomes what we know. And there are people out there that don't have that, you know? And it makes me sad. I remember your MK Iceberg video and saw someone comment that the man on fire in the pit is not Blaze. Yeah, people just like make arguments for no reason. Don't get me wrong, I am wrong a lot of times in my videos. I am never shy about saying that. Sometimes you miss things, sometimes you improperly research things. Like I think in the biggest two that I can think of is that Bihan didn't die in MK9 when he got sucked into the Soulnado. And what was the other one? Oh, Freddy vs. Jason didn't come out in 2000, whatever it was. I think I said it came out in like 2009 or something, and it came out in like 2006. But that's people just want to comment that. I've seen so many people just go through a video just to find something that they can tell me I'm wrong about. So I almost kind of lean into those ideas because, hey, it drives the engagement up. So if I'm wrong, people just want to tell me that I'm wrong. Even though I'd be poor, I wouldn't need to deal with the degenerate population of first world country where people complain about oppression. 100%. K-Rod, you're just speaking facts on that. Do people believe GTA 6 is getting delayed? I don't. I hope not. That's something I want to play. Alright. 52 minutes in and we haven't even started gameplay yet. Honestly, it's kind of nice to just speak. Been a while. Been a minute. Where were we anyway? I think we beat Fujin. I think we're here. We're really close. He's about to get his soul sucked. I have a friend from Nigeria and we talk a lot about our lifestyles and about how great have been compared to Nigeria. It was shocking. Yeah.
Let's finish them.
With pleasure.
No. Keep
Yeah.
them alive. We can siphon their powers for eternity.
Vanilla Unicorn 2 finna be lit.
The better.
Hey, no sweat, Nija. Sorry. I shouldn't have yapped as much as I did, but it's nice catching up. I'm gonna try to start stream a little bit earlier than I normally do.
What now, Chronicon?
I can't believe it's August 4th and people are already going back to school, though. That's like crazy to me.
Victory is still at hand.
Shang Tsung was bugged for killing Raid and Fujin in that scene, yeah. Or Max Aura. But the Blaze in the pit or not? Was the Blaze in the pit or not? I was really confused by the comment. It was Blaze. I don't know why people say that. I mean, it's referenced like 3 times in the series, if not more.
Yes, Mother.
Finish with.
I understand.
This is so dramatic. Yeah, it's kind of sad to watch them drained of their life. I always think it was him and Rain and MKX, but MK11 I don't remember. MK11, it was definitely Rain and Blaze and MKX, which was pretty cool too. Didn't Fujin and Raiden come back to life as soon as Liu Kang killed? Reset the timeline. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I know they become Shang's servants when, you know, if he beats Liu Kang.
The hourglass awaits.
I'm happy it wasn't football practice 5:30 to 7:30 every day except Friday and Sunday.
It will be our privilege
Saturday I have it 8 to 10 a.m.
Please.
Hey, football's dope though. I wish I played when I was younger, honestly. It wasn't like last year because last year school started on a Tuesday. August 6th, my birthday. Why was school start? That's depressing. But like school starting in August is like crazy. I never used to go back till like September, like after Labor Day.
Your strategy has been novel.
I was debating taking a gap year, but I had that worry if I did, I wouldn't want to go back. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a doctor, there's not much time you can waste. I wish I had taken a year off, though, honestly, after high school, because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I'm only 13, I played crap. What positions do you play? Ridiculous. Start of the story from Shang Tsung's perspective with Liu Kang. That would be pretty sick if we saw that instead of the MK1 part, like what we ended up getting. Played high school football last year at NT. Was that nose tackle?
How easily you are
He was the most hated Revenant.
Once your power's mine.
Is it really necessary to change the character's facial models? I don't know, I guess. I don't know, it could be a thing where like they don't have the same motion capture artists or actors from game to game. So they kind of just have to wing it. But you would think that like they would sign them to multiple game deals.
Yours is to serve me, my obedient subjects, projecting my influence throughout the realms.
Like some of the most egregious ones to me are like Katana from MK9 looks nothing like Katana in MK11, but it's supposed to be the same character. It's so strange to
He is
me.
a dog who betrays his masters. Come, let's put him down.
You're saying Revenant Jade is more beautiful than non-Revenant? All the characters have Revenant skin. Get a Chronica design. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Whoa. Read me like a book. What is that move? Oh, that was sick.
Surrender your soul.
You know, part of me wishes I streamed the the Evo competition. It's like chill content. I like how he stays laying there. That's pretty sick. I think Shang is objectively one of the coolest like design characters in all of Mortal Kombat. Like just his abilities and stuff. Also, instead of Liu Kang beating Shang Tsung, it should have been Shu Jinko or the Great Kung Lao. Yeah, anything other than the same repeated stuff over and over again. The fact Shao Kahn let his court servant overpower him is crazy. And why is Sindel glazing Shao? I know, she is just all over him. I hate the way they look after they're completely soul sucked. Every time I see Sonic, I get T-Rex PTSD. I wouldn't mind Shang Tsung being the main tyrant, and then he ends up bringing Onaga. Yeah. That would be sick.
You have no one left to betray.
Yeah, Marvel's Token looks pretty good from what I saw anyway. I didn't see too much gameplay of it, but I'd rather he blow up in a million bits like the OG.
My new era. Or would you prefer to be wiped from history?
I wish MK's power system was more in depth.
Sculpting
Yeah,
sands of
and like
time
the scaling made
requires great
sense.
Power and skill.
Do you prefer Reptile's appearance as a human as... Oh, I'm human all the way. I've always been that way.
You are not a Titan.
It's honestly, it's somehow a hot take to say that I don't like his look in Deadly Alliance. But there is a good way to have like a hybrid, you know? Like I think MKX did a decent job with the hybrid, but I still think MK1 is the best version of Reptile we've had. Like modern day. I actually think his MK9 look is kind of not great. Unless we're talking about the classic version, of course. Got her.
Destiny.
I vote Luca. I'm gonna do both either way. I like Deadly Alliance Reptile, but I really love his MK1. Yeah, MK1 is perfect Reptile for me. Yeah, he's pretty bad in MK4.
I would have allowed you to
I liked it, but I
wield
understand the
great
majority's opinion on the look.
Surely.
Yeah, I've just never been a fan of it, just because I held the human version so fondly. That like Deadly Alliance came out and I was like, oh.
I am a Titan.
And Shaolin Monks, it's an action adventure type, and I'm not really into those types. I like the classic type. Yeah, I do want to play Shaolin Monks though. Yeah, Shaolin Monks Reptile is pretty underrated. Now that Karahiro Yukitagawa is 74, you can play old Shang in a new Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Is he even still acting? Watch an MK anime, like Avatar type anime, or do you mean like the movies?
Before you doom us all.
Because I watched Snowblind and I really liked it. I haven't gotten around to the other ones.
Liu Kang. I thought your duties required you stay behind.
Speaking of MK anime, are the MK Legends
Something
Yeah,
you know
I
well.
liked Snowblind quite a bit. I haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten around to. I think one's like Scorpion's Revenge, and I can't think of the other one. But I would definitely watch anything Mortal Kombat. Like I'm a sucker for that type of thing. I even like I don't like Annihilation, but I love to watch it if that makes sense. Like it's so bad that I still find myself revisiting it because it's like a comforting feeling. It just brings me back to like when I was younger,
They
you
will
know?
live again in my new era.
Your new era. You
I'd say try the movies. I haven't seen any, but try them if you can. Hey, what's up, Anthony? Welcome on in, friend.
I have absorbed Chronica's power.
I'm gonna go with Liu Kang first, and then I'll do the Shang ending too.
I am the keeper of time. You are no
Love them. My
match
favorites.
for me.
Battle of the Realms is the
Chronica
other one,
said
yeah.
much the same, Shang Tsung.
Oh right, I forgot about
You
Cage
will
Match.
share her fate. Now hand over the crown.
Nothing wrong in enjoying
This
that
is
movies,
your
yeah.
only chance.
Why do so many people hate
My
rating?
only
Do they?
chance. This is
Maybe because of the Elder
Front.
Gods thing?
and your final moment.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point, Sam.
Is at
Honestly.
its end.
Fight.
I'll do that. That's a very fair point. We don't want to end it on a depressing note.
You should have accepted.
Saw a video where Shang Tsung and yeah, it is canon.
I would have allowed
That's
you
why
to
he
wield
shows up.
great
Spoiler alert. That's why he's you know.
Service
If you know, you
is
know.
better than
Hey,
death.
take it easy, David. Thanks for hanging out.
I do not serve.
Cage Match is the one I haven't seen yet. All I know about Cage Match is that like mocaps in it, I guess.
You were Chronica.
This is a question I have, right? So,
Time and destiny are now mine to command.
are we under the assumption, based on what Liu Kang says in MK1, that every ending from this game is canon? Every tower ending? Because that's critical information for me to know for my video that I'm working on.
Cease before you doom us all.
Liu Kang. I thought your
It is. They
duties
both are
required
like
you stayed
Liu Kang
behind.
Aftermath goes into MK1. Yeah.
A lie. Something
Yeah, they
you
imply
know
every
well.
ending is canon in some way in some universe.
I see
Alright,
now.
well, that makes my life actually a little
The
bit
hourglass
easier.
showed
Or
that
it'll
only
at least
I
make the
could
video a
wield
little
ground
bit
against
shorter.
Chronica successfully.
Although I don't think I
You
would count the
let
guest
me
characters
win.
in that, right? Those tower endings,
And
because
to
they aren't
ensure
technically canon to the
victory, You
universe.
sacrificed the lives of your friends.
Battle of the Realms is good, but all over the
Cold
place.
blooded.
They are not gone, Shang Tsung. They will live again in my
In some way
new
they all
era.
are, I believe,
Your
which is very
new
sad getting
era.
some of them. Yeah, isn't like
You
Jackie super
underestimate my
sad? She like
prowess, chosen
sacrifices herself to save her dad
I
or
have
something?
the crown. I have absorbed Chronica's power.
Bit obscure,
You
but
may
we
have
could
attained
get
godhood,
Jimmy Cage
but
as a
I
cameo.
am the keeper
The older brother,
of
Johnny
time.
Cage, only appearing in
You
Mortal Kombat.
are no match for me.
We don't speak about that
Chronica
cursed
said
media.
much the same, Shang Tsung.
That was some of the most fun
You
I've had
share
doing
her
videos,
fate.
period. Is just watching the Federation of... If you guys haven't seen them, you have to watch them. It is just pure comedy.
Long have I
And there's
had
some
visions of
crossover
this
from, like,
moment.
characters in...
I will savor your death for it.
There's some crossover from actors in
You are mad,
Annihilation.
Shang Tsung. Your visions are nothing. Delusions of an adult mind.
Fight.
Alright, he's cooking me. Honestly, this isn't a bad one to lose.
Your soul.
What is that? I didn't even mean to do that. Oh, the best fatal blow in the game. Just so sick. I don't even think you can debate that. Is there a better one? What about Aura? You know, maybe Shang Tsung was Chameleon all along. Bro. What is Scarlet's again? I don't even know what the follow-up. I've done it like twice. Sorry, Lou. Yeah, Battle of the Realms is like MK11. They try to do all the stories that have existed in one. If Ermac took Shang Tsung's soul when he was at this level of power, Ermac would be too powerful. I should say my big brother was an asshole too. And it's mentioned that Johnny's dad wasn't a good guy, so I wonder about Johnny's childhood sometimes. Yeah, we need origin stories for everyone.
The power that was once yours is mine.
If it said Timekeeper Shang Tsung versus Fire God, who would win in a fight? I feel like Darkon is like potentially one of the most powerful beings in either universe. I was curious on how Shang Tsung would have lost to Liu Kang, because I would think he'd be stronger. Yeah, you would think that, right? That is the best fatal blow. I mean, Liu Kang beat Kronk himself. So I think, yeah. But don't worry, we'll kick Shang's ass in a minute. This ending is like...
Speak.
Aura.
Minions. My lord, your will is done.
Outworld, Earthrealm, the Netherrealm, all are conquered.
Like
Per
Dark
your
Fujin.
command,
That's
Chaos
something I could
Realm
get
and
behind.
Order Realm are next. All realms will soon yield to your influence.
Why is he so big, though? Pause.
It has begun.
Said the thing, guys. Mark it off your bingo card. I don't care if this ending is technically canon. A Glorious King would never lose like this. Alright.
Now hand over the crown. This is your.
In the next game, I want to
test.
see Netherrealm, Order Realms, Atera, and possibly
This
Vaeternus.
is my triumph.
They would
and
need to
your
do Conquest for
final
that.
moment.
Let's hope that's what we're getting.
Worthless existence is at its end.
Fight.
We need a Super Mario 64 reference when Liu Kang dies. Like Bowser's laugh at Mario. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Shokan. It was crazy. You guys know Ninja Killa went to Evo and he didn't even play Mortal Kombat?
Make no mistake, Shang
From
Tsung.
Shang's ending, the only characters
You have chosen
way to stop
this
him is
fate.
having Havoc and Hotaru work together to take him down. Yeah. Would love to see like more and more in-depth exploration of those possibilities. Harry Kitagawa being the voice of Shang. Yeah, it's my favorite part about this game, I think, no joke. Other than the Ermac design, which we never really got, sadly.
No more timelines will be twisted by your evil.
Rippin' pepperoni. Revenant's really Revenant Liu Kang. I could comment that one Squid Game cheering meme was. A cameo here would be kind of cool. That's how they train for Mortal Kombat. Be pretty repetitive. Liu Kang gonna warp digivolve. Liu Kang. Why Liu Kang only wants a tournament every 100 years, that would mean only Earthrealm's champion could have the lifespan to attend the next tournament. It used to be awarded once a generation. Yeah. I guess that means less of a chance of Outworld winning 10 in a row though, right?
Kung
About
Lao.
this timeline, we would have played as the Great Kung Lao in MK1, but no, yeah, I know, that's kind of what they implied, and I don't even, do they even
I am
mention him?
Lord Liu
I think they
Kang,
might mention him in
God of
MK1.
thunder and fire.
God of... Forgive my disrespect, my lord.
Enough.
DiGiorno
Kung
oven
Lao.
pizza. Probably. Maybe Tombstone.
You are humble, not like the Kung Lao I knew.
The Kung Lao...
The Kung Jin statue? I didn't even
A
see
story
that.
for another time.
Oh, is it back there?
I have chosen you as my
This is my favorite.
champion,
I feel
Kung
like
Lao.
it was a family reunion. Yeah, this is like a full circle
We
moment.
have work to do. You must be prepared, trained.
Trained?
Kenshi's sword and
what?
Sento is combat. I think I did know that. Doesn't Kenshi mean something too? The Shaolin Monk's all the good. Because I hear so much hype about it. I haven't played it in so long. I do want to play it though at some point. So what did we like more, MK11 or Aftermath? I think it's like hard to compare the two because one is so much shorter and like more tightly packaged than the other. Perfect opportunity for a poll. Aftermath, honestly, but both are so good because I like you play as a villain. Yeah. That's kind of what made me feel that Aftermath is more enjoyable. Amongst definitely top 10 games of all time. So much fun when you got a little brother or cousin. Yeah, it's crazy too, because when I was younger, I feel like I don't even remember playing it. I think I remember like seeing that it wasn't a fighting game, and I was kind of like, whatever. Collector demolishing in the credits. Ugh. Anything with Devore just skeeves me out. I know lots of people disagree with me, but I enjoy main MK11 more than Aftermath, even though both are pretty good. Hey, I mean, that's fair, Kingzilla. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily like a super hot take, because I do think a lot of people enjoy MK11, although there's just as many that probably hate it. I wish the great Kung Lao was in MK1 and not the douchebag Kung Lao. He would have made the story way better. It would have been nice if he was, like, in it, period. Aftermath is better than Chaos Reigns. Chaos Reigns wasn't bad, but it was mid. The gender swap wasn't for me. I think it is a hot take, but I do think I kind of like Sector's gender swap. It probably wouldn't be, like, my first choice for the game, but I kind of like the direction it went in. It kind of gave Bihan, like, some semblance of humanity. No, stream's not over. We're just getting started. Kind of. I mean, we're an hour 20 in. I do hope we get a Great Kung Lao spin-off one day. I don't know. I wish I could see the future and understand what direction the series is going. I would just love to see NRS kind of blend the series out and let some other studios work on it, like just spin-off games or something. The only problem with the gender swaps for me is I just don't think Cyrax had much of an arc. It was so shallow. It was like she was like morally questioning her allegiance to the Lin Kuei from the beginning, and then at the end she was like forgiven by Scorpion. It just, at least Sector had some like depth to her character. I think if you have a mirror match at Shell amongst the Sub-Zero versus Sub-Zero, the second one turned. Oh, that's pretty cool. It kind of worked for me. So Sector can glaze Bihan. Reiko was right. He just says B. I have no problems with Chaos Reign. Chaos Reign changed. I just think the story didn't work for me overall, because I don't think they made Titan Havoc, and I just don't think it was long enough. I don't think it had enough time to like accomplish its goal, you know? Female Sector was a good change, I thought. Yeah, I think it's a hot take. I know, I'm surprised so many of you like kind of agree with me. Low-key, I'm thinking about a 24-hour stream when Legacy Collection comes out. It's a thought that occurred to me. It's probably the least healthy decision I can make in my life, but I think it'd be kind of fun, at least for like the first couple hours. And then it would probably be torture, and I'd probably go to sleep for 2 days, but that's a thought that occurred to me. I think Kung Lao isn't taken serious enough. I mean, he either dies or he's like comic relief, so it's hard to take him serious. Or both. He's comic relief and then he dies. Cyrax didn't, yeah. Then at the end, Scorpion called Cyrax Grandmaster. Yeah, it just felt so pointless. Hey, my guy. That's my goat right there. Appreciate that, James. Hey, we chatted about a lot this stream so far. I know, I love MK. I really do. I'm glad so many of you guys do as well. She wasn't a good vehicle for the start of the story. When you beat Challenge, you get to play the story again. Yeah. Appreciate that very much, James. Like how Noob was able to defeat Havoc even though the dude solos all three, Liu Kang, Raiden, and Kung Lao. Yeah, I just don't... I think... I don't even know if with more time it would have been much of a difference. I don't know. I don't know what they could have fixed. I would like to like maybe do like a short video about what I would have changed. But I feel like it has so much wrong with it. Like, it was fun to play, but it didn't leave, like, a lasting impact, you know? Like, just chatting and playing it. Playing with others via the online. Yeah, I have a Sub-Zero tattoo on my leg. Funnily enough. It's the, what is it? It's the... I think it's the concept art from MK9 or something. But yeah, I do want to get more MK tattoos. But I only have the one. I like the handling of the all-timeline characters. Yeah, some of the... I did like Rain and Tanya. I thought that was a pretty... I thought that at least made them... It kind of redeemed their presence in the main story. Especially Rain. Noob shouldn't have been able to beat Havoc if he got his ass beat by Tanya. That was my most annoying thing. Why is Tanya fighting Noob when he's just made his grand reveal? I kind of did what I would change in my NRS story tier list video. The Jade Jaguar being a family heirloom and Jade can be protection from danger. Kung Lao dying a lot. Great Kung Lao dying tragically. Like, okay, yeah. Does Shaolin Monk have fatalities? Yeah, it does. No, it's on my right leg. Like, it goes up the side of my leg. Definitely not inner thigh. Good question for you. Which MK game has the best selection screen music? Ooh, that's a great question. That is a great question. I've always been partial to like UMK3, but I kind of love Deadly Alliance. I think it's got to be Deadly Alliance or Deception for me. I think both of those are like neck and neck. But that is a great question. I would get a Liu Kang, Optimus Prime, Iron Man, Batman. Yeah, that's tattoos are a trip. I've seen the cameos like Frost and Mavado fighting in the arena. Yeah, I mean, it definitely... It was nice that Chameleon got, like, somewhat of a role. Shaolin Monks has a grip of fatalities. They have multalities where you can insta-kill multiple enemies at once. Yeah, UMK3, Deadly Alliance, and Deception are probably my three favorites. Deadly Alliance is just so unique. So what do we think next? Do we dare proceed to MK1? I mean, that's kind of the natural progression we're going in. I don't have a fancy thumbnail for it, unfortunately. I can't think of anything else we could do, like, in this game before, like, because I do like to have specific thumbnails to separate the streams. But we need Shaolin Monks to come back. They need to do like a remake or a sequel or something like they were supposed to do all those years ago. I always love the gear system in this game. It's so much better. Oh, that's creepy. As you can see, I didn't play this game nearly as much as most other people probably did. Does she have like... Oh, that's creepy. People simp for that, by the way. That's a hard pass. Oh, that's a pretty cool one, too. Who's got the best gear in this game, do you guys think? Where's just like her regular outfit? Can you not change that? Or am I tripping? Oh, here we go. Butterface. I really like this Melina look, but then she was like the second weakest character. Was she bad? I don't remember her being bad. I saw a clip of MK11 Melina with no T. I did see that. I wish in MK versus DC we were given the option so you could see the outcome of the path to choose. Yeah, were there tower end... Oh, what do you mean? In like the individual tower endings or at the end of the game? Total remake of Shaolin Monks would be awesome. I love the story. Straight up getting into burning Wuxi Academy and having to fight Tarkans. Yeah, it really was such like a... It was so ahead of its time, it felt like. And I can't imagine it performed poorly like from a commercial standpoint. Because they at least had plans to do a sequel. Or maybe not a sequel, but like a... I guess a sequel, technically. You could brave the RE remakes or MK1 or Deception. I think... I don't know if I want to do another story tonight. I will say that. Just because I like to keep them separate in case people do want to go back and watch the things. And I haven't figured out how to... switch the thumbnail midstream. So I will have to figure that out. If you guys are cool with kind of just like hanging out, I don't know. I'd say both of them for the tower ending. Well, the story mode path, you do get the ending, but it's basically just Dark Khan or Shao Kahn, like, or, sorry, Shao Kahn or, Darkseid, like, stuck in their respective whatever. Fairway, I just got my copy of MK9 on Xbox 360 off eBay. Love playing the game for years as a kid. One thing I noticed is how skimpy the... Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Which style do I prefer? I mean... I don't hate the MK9 ones, but I do think they overcorrected in MKX. Like, I don't see why they needed to change the style of the like, especially on the females. I don't see why they needed to change it that drastically. But if I had to... I don't know. I honestly do feel that 11 probably has, like, the best design overall for characters. I'm not a fan of X. And 9 had some good designs for some of the characters. Nubin. Session was so fire, stage fatality. Yeah. I like how you could just end a match by kicking somebody into, like, whatever. Lena is my fam, GG. Intro Shaolin Monks was cool. I might get it. Yeah, the intro is sick in that game. Alright, take it easy, Noob King. From Melina Totes. Anya canonically hits, by the way. I'm getting MK9, MK vs. DC, Terminator, Transformers, FOC, all of Cybertron, Dark of the Moon, MK Armageddon. That's a lot. I wish MK Shaolin Monks gave you the path because killing Shao Kahn didn't show you what path you went, and it should have expanded on that. Yeah. That ending is just insane to that game. Like Quan Chi just coming up out of nowhere. It's like somebody took over halfway through and just wrote something completely different. This is sick. This is sick. That is such a dope look. I almost think 11's like a cheat code in the sense of designs because of stuff like this. Alright, take it easy, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. MK1 was boring, yeah. Definitely not as, like, fleshed out as these. No pun intended. MK1 not having fatalities is the dumbest crap to not have in the game. What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean by that? Not having fatalities. Ship Reptile Melina. I think it works with different characters. Melina and Jade pull it off. And it fits their... Yeah, that is the most sane take, Serpent Guns. Like, it doesn't make sense on Sonya. It makes sense on Melina. Jade, I guess. Katana, maybe less so. Shiva, I don't know. Were these all readily available from like launch of like the new character? Because the problem with like DLC and MK1 is like they didn't really add many new versions. Well, I guess they kind of did. Yeah, I do prefer Shiva's look in MK9 over this game, personally. And not even just, like, the costume. I just think, like, her overall look. The intros are sick, too. Like, why couldn't we get that in MK1, too? These intros are insane. And the outros. Or whatever. Like, this is peak. Everything about this game was so good. Okay. That's gross. Brother. Jesus. You think she goes to a dentist? God. They cooked. Oh, this one's good too. That's a demonetized city right there. Who else had good ones? Oh, Aaron Black had the one that I hate the most. Personally offensive. That's just like a slap in the face to me. Reptilina. MK9 had some pretty good designs, but some characters' anatomy is weird. What do you mean by that, Kingzilla? Killing Shao Kahn should have given your character a curse, and you have to choose a path of good or evil. Yeah, that would be cool if they got like that detailed with it. I do miss the 3 gear slots, but some characters have one that doesn't change much. Yeah. The Melina Khan skin is sick. I wish we could get Raiden as a bad guy, like in World... Yeah. He, like, literally just kills the whole world because he fights gods. That's a crazy Raiden. MKX and MK11 intro was very scary and fun to see. Gonna get out. Alright, take it easy, Naja. And, yeah, I may be streaming on Wednesday, so we could celebrate your birthday if you're around. Orthodontist makes millions off of her. Yeah, she must insure her teeth, too. In MK1, even if we had 2 gear slots or just a different character. Yeah. It's just like, even the intros, just the intros being 2 lines just kind of killed it for me. No, not Suhao. I know, right? That's my guy. He has aura, though, for sure. What do we like more, MKX Aaron or MK11 Aaron? I want Scorpion to be in Smash. Me too. Oh, is that the dragon logo? That's pretty sick. He is DLC worthy. I don't know. I would love to do that as a tier list too, like the best NRS characters, because there are some good ones. I'm not sure if my eyes got problems, but some MK9 characters like Johnny, Liu Kang, Jade have way too wide shoulder compared to their torso. Yeah, some of the designs are pretty janky. You can even look at like the models online. If you type in like ESO model viewer 9 MK9, whoever like sourced the models, you can actually get like a full detailed look at them, and some of them are just weird. MKX Aaron, MK11 turn him into a stereotype. Yeah, my favorite version is Snowblind. Yeah, I do remember him in Snowblind. Who's McCree? Somebody explain the lore. What is Mam? Is he just the tip of the hat? God, Aaron's so sick. It's just like sometimes simplicity is like all you need. Just like this badass like cowboy guy in the middle of a Mortal Kombat game who may or may not have assassinated Abe Lincoln. Scarlet's another one of my goats personally. I think I ranked her A in my female ninja tier list. McCree is a cowboy in Overwatch. I've never played Overwatch. And this is her best costume. I won't hear anything contrary to that. Crazy. Symmetra. I don't know who Symmetra is either. I think I might just be new. I like the younger MK11 Aaron look. They really just doubled down on the cowboy thing, and I'm not sure how to feel about it when in MKX he felt more mercenary. Yeah. They really did go full cowboy. Scarlet was my main until DLC characters came out. Was she good at this game? I love Scarlet. Not like that, but I do think I wasn't a huge fan of the retcon personally. But I still think she's badass in this game. Hey JPD. What's up? She was like mid-tier, I'm pretty sure. What was her gear? What do we think of the face model? I think it's pretty good. Reiko's devotee. I love the names of these things too, because a lot of them reference like comic stuff. Ruby Red Mistress. That's got to be a nod to like Ruby, right? I think I do remember you, JPD. The name definitely sounds familiar. Mercy is garbage. Scarlet's my #1 MK Smash. I love the MK3 lady outfits. I'm so sad MK1 doesn't have them. I know, same here. They're so much better than the MK2 ones. Comic was cool. I like her Eastern European sounding accent. She ganks kids. Reiko should have been an MK11. Yeah. I mean, they can't really go wrong when they use real... Yeah, that's true. Did they use face models for MK9? They gave the comic skin for Scarlet the black outfit. I'll have to look at that. Natara's Envy. Like, some of these... They really went crazy with this game, I'm telling you. If the gameplay was better, this would be my GOAT MK game. Kamidogu Witch. Like, imagine having to come up with all of these for every character. That is just, like, attention to detail we don't have in MK1. Although, I don't like this haircut on her, personally. I like this. I like the bun. This one's good, too. I think this is kind of like her default hairstyle. Wow, she has a lot of different hairstyles. Oh, this one's diabolic. Jeez, I didn't even know this was in the game. That's horrifying. The eyes, bro. This is like Belloc if Belloc was a female and actually existed. That is like nightmare fuel. That could be a boss in a game and I'd be fine with it. We like Bun. Thanks, JPD. That's like a crazy skin. Yeah, she's like she's great in this game. That's a nod. That's a nod we love. Bro, that's terrifying. If Scarlet and Devora had a child, yeah, literally. Yeah, this game just had almost everything. I think I give this game too much flack, though. It's kind of the same as one of like that intro, though. Use the element which brings life. Water. Oh, this one is sick, bro. That's like medieval almost. Or like samurai. It's like Darth Vader's samurai. Oh god, everyone's favorite. That's the thumbnail for the next video, by the way. No matter the topic. That's a cool ass skin. I love that. Wish Bihan was in the sub skin. That would be cool. The custom abilities kind of failed at what... Yeah, I don't like the custom abilities as well. That's one of my least favorite parts about this game. Unfortunately, my biggest criticisms are mostly like gameplay related. I think this is the only Sub-Zero depiction where he has axes as his weapons. And in Fortnite, he's got axes, I believe. Katana said to use the element to bring my Lu unlock. Watch the OG MK movie. What'd you think? Was that your first time? Sub-Zero is the GOAT. I agree. Not gonna lie, I wish Sub-Zero became an Elder God in the storyline where Bihan becomes evil and him and his brother Kwai. I know, I would love to see a whole game based around like their like familial, you know, dilemma. I love this skin though. Had this game came out like post MKX, that would have been my tattoo for sure. Red Winter. I'm telling you, no Mortal Kombat game ever has had this level of detail. Lin Kuei Snowblinder. And I'm sure some of these are references I don't even understand. $1993 vintage blade. Did he ever have an... Oh, is that like MK3? No, because MK3 came out in what, 95, right? See you later, CJ. Always good to have you. Thought the effects were extremely dated, but I still loved it as an MK fan. Yeah. That's my guy. I wish we had Hotaru in the roster and Forrest Fox from the... Who is Forrest Fox? That's someone I'll have to look up. It's been a while since I read the comics. Cold Skull of Bihan. Oh, is that supposed to be like his MK9 mask? Sub-Zero Reborn. Sector's adversary. Enemy of Shirai Ryu. Speaker of Mythologies. I won those games fairly in Blackjack. Are you in the right chat? Oh, what about that one Cabal skin? Or is it like his mask? You could do no mask. His face looks so like... I don't even know. Dude, that is sick. Like, the fact that they made that gear in this game. Which character in the MK universe who isn't a fighter you want to become a playable fighter? It's got to be Great Kung Lao, right? For me, anyway. I don't know how much different he would play versus regular Kung Lao, but... Plague of Point Pleasant. Does anyone get that reference? Because that's a crazy deep cut reference. Roton Axe Wielder. Forrest Fox was another trainee in the Shirai Ryu the same time as Takeda, and he was possessed. Oh, I love that. I want Art Lean as a combatant. Yeah, that's a great one. Hey, from MK9 to MK1, which game has the best classic ninja skins to you? Honestly, It's either MK9 or MK1 for me. I know a lot of people don't like the cat ears, but I think other than the cat ears, if you're not a fan of them, I think those are like the closest to the classic costumes. Yeah, Zushi knows what's up. That is a crazy reference. Oh, God. What happened to my boy? I want Hydro back. He is like kind of in this game-ish. He's like a tower modifier or whatever. Ball is sick too. This series has just so many characters that are awesome. Hey, what's up, Yak? Welcome on in. We are just chilling. Nothing much. Hydro and Rain beef should be real. I agree. I mean, he looks normal, lol. It's just that everyone else is really good. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's always kind of like creeped me out. I always love RoboCops too. His like Robo Ninja ones. I mean, it's so lazy in concept, but I love them at the same time. And I know people don't like RoboCop because of his gameplay. My copy of UMK3 DS may come tomorrow. Let's go. What's your goal with it? You're just gonna try to beat the tower? It's nice to see him back in the game. He deserves to have the revenge battle with Scorpion. You seen my Smash reads? Yeah, you had a bunch of requests for Smash characters. I mean, I'd love to see Scorpion in Smash. Comply. Oh, is this a tease? Peacemaker? I fear RoboCop the most when playing MK11. I think a lot of people are the same way. I want Hydra to kill Sector for setting him up to die to Scorpion. What do you mean? Kill Sector for setting him up to die to... Are you talking about the old comics? Scorpion and Smash would be great, yeah. I've also watched some of the MK Legend stuff, and they're recent, so NRS remembers the bombs they've created. Like, I know, right? I appreciate that, Daniel. That means a lot, my friend. Old comic, yeah. Who kills Hydro in the old comics? I can't remember. Even though I did a whole video about Hydro. My knowledge retention isn't what it once was. Was it Scorpion? Yeah, it was Scorpion, wasn't it? Let's look at Rain. Of course, it's called Hydro. That's Aura. Hydro got screwed by Sector to fight Scorpion and Hanzo killed him. Try and beat a tower first, unlock the characters, and play some puzzle combat. I think that's how you unlock characters in the fort. Yeah. Which characters aren't unlocked to start? Or is it like, is it deception? I'm gonna try the one middle one. Oh god, yeah. Those endurance matches are a test of your mental stability. I think you could have killed Sector along with Cyrax. I have to check out those comics too. Yeah, it really is. That's Aura. What are his cosmetics like? Does he have any like cool Air of Argus? Oh, that's creepy. In a cool way. Why are his eyes closed? A Denian bastard? Good god, bro. It's a Qatar. I never even knew that was a thing. Immaculate Aura. Hidden Sun. Melina and others, I forgot. Puzzle combat. It's just, oh, okay. Got it, yeah. At least you can, like, can you unlock them permanently and, like, save it too? Oh, yeah, we gotta look at noob. That one's like nightmare fuel as well. Lord Sithbot. Ghost of MK Future. Obviously Onaga is the most requested return, but who's in second place for y'all? Honestly, Cyber Smoke is up there for me. Robo Smoke. Kilgore. That looks like Lord Zed from the Power Ranger, the old Power Rangers cartoon. Muzzle of Draman. Oh yeah, that's some medieval armor. Oh, that's weird. I would think so. I saw a guy with all of them unlocked and he could play. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds like a fun grind to like try to get all the characters, because it was never like that in the classic games. Once you hit reset, that was that. I want Meat to have a comeback. That's a great shout too. A Kungjin for me, but y'all know that already. I respect the dedication. These are some of my favorite intros in the whole game. Like, it's just... It's so good. I don't really like the guest character, but holy crap. It is cinema, what they did with this character, other than, like, the voice and the gameplay. This is sick, too. Like, I love this. I'm just a huge Terminator fan. Definitely not Dark Fate, which this was based upon, but Terminated. John's Protector. Not the Hand of Sauron. Meat would be peak as a choice, though. I don't know. I don't know either. Yeah, that's a good point, CWB. Draman, maybe. I think he could come back. He has a better chance than characters like Meat and Mocap. Yeah, 100%. Why is the one with the gray hair the default, not the OG look? Because this was based off of Terminator Dark Fate, which is the one that came out in, like, 2019, I think. So that's the only version of the character they had the rights to, as far as I can remember. P2 top 10 best films. It might be top 3 for me, no joke. It's seriously a movie I could watch over and over again and never get bored of. I mean, I love Arnie and the Terminator no matter what, but still, yeah. Again, it's a product of the version of the movie they had to work with. Do you guys hate the Sonya design in this game, or do you hate it just because of Ronda Rousey? Because I actually think she doesn't look bad at all. Although I hate the drone thing personally. I thought the classic version looked pretty good in this game as well. Ken Hut. That's a reference. Her base design in MKX sucks. I agree, Lego Master. It's trash. I also think I prefer Cassie and MKX, though. What's up?
What's up?
Sonya looks green here. Hits the bomb. Tell Lord Raiden to cool it. I did laundry, no. Do not start an inter-realm war. How about I finish one? I didn't realize these changed that much. Okay, I guess they just stopped. Maybe. You got a twin sister? Not for long. Getting your steps in today? Steps, no hits, definitely. What's up, princess? Oh, that's Kung Jin about to fight one BRB. Is that a Kung? That has to be a Kung Jin reference, right? Am I the only one who like Ronda Rousey, Sonya Blade? I think you might be. Maximinus. I think I liked playing Cassie in X. Yeah, I agree. Who, Ronda? No, I just think the voice acting was the bad part. Like, people just didn't think she was a good voice act. Yeah, exactly, like CWB said. Does that say mocap? Mocap Mocha? He opened up... That's... I'm telling you, the references are just insane. It says mocap Mocha, and it says Cassie with a K, but it's crossed out, and it's Cassie with a C. FYI, he hates clowns. Good thing you aren't there. That was a Takeda text message. You gotta stream this fight. You my promoter now. Ask if he'll let me marry Jackie. I'll be back. She's cold as ice. She's chopping broccoli. It's K where my dad is. I'll beat it out of him. This is funny. This is crazy. I played mostly Liu Kang, Melina, Cassie, and Katana in this game. The ball sucks so hard. Kill him, please. This is funny. All right, see you later, CWB. Thanks for hanging out as usual. We aren't doing much anyway. Hope you guys are all right with this. I just don't have the energy to start a new game without the proper thumbnail. Cassie's Takeda's wingman for real, yeah. Yeah, I like Hung Jin too. Lego Master. I think she uses a staff as her weapon, but I'm not sure. Oh wait, she also has that. Let's see Baraka. Your request is my command. Oh, I get the meat guy as my default. That one's kind of lame. Bro, why are you doing that? They could have done so much better with his. Try going into the crypt to get a lot of stuff like gears and skins. Yeah, I can do that. Thanks for the sub. That's a cool one. That's like the classic. Yeah, those weren't great. Johnny's got good ones too, doesn't he?
Page 62, Johnny Cage dies. Is someone high? It's showtime.
Showtime.
99, 100.
You just got caged. You have the Killer Croc skin? No, I don't. I might, actually. I don't think I do, though. Also, in one of their text intros, Cassie and KJ make a bet she can't take Kung Lao's hat. They're so bros to me. Yeah, I know. They really do have a nice rapport. Oh, I love this one, too. I do have the Killer Croc skin. It's kind of a sick one. Crypt is kind of sick in this game too, when you're not getting jump scared. I remember for one of my videos, I kept trying to get the Floyd ninja to fall off the pit and Chameleon, and it literally took forever. Cassie's name being on the figure is a cute detail, yeah. What's this? This might be the best crypt in the whole series, right? The time sphere thing. Go to the time vault. How do I get there? Is there like a map? Oh, is that this right here? Oh, like a vault unlock. Centaurian Crusher. Great Crypt. Sorry, not the time vault. What's this way? Oh, this is where you get to Goro's lair, right? Just like the atmosphere. This is like where you pay homage to the classics. Like this, I love this. This is just sick to me. Like the warrior shrine. That's supposed to be Reptile. Classic Cage. Kano. Oro. Blue. Who's that supposed to be? Oh, wait. It's Raiden, everybody. I absolutely did not plan that. That's sick, though. Did not plan that whatsoever. So who is that? Is that Scorpion or Sub-Zero? I don't remember the crypt events. There's some timed still, like the MK3 Liu Kang skin. I feel like I just heard something that was like timed. Yeah, this is the shrine. This is where you just like pay money and get stuff, right? Who's fighting over there? Is that Blaze? Is that Blaze and Rain? Yeah, it is. That's sick, dude. I love this. That is just... They cared. Like, should I do this with 2,000 of these green energies? So I can get across? Yeah, whatever. $5,000 coin. Looks like I need an amulet of some sort. I want to know the lore of why they're fighting on the pit, though. There's like 10 or so still timed, and they're in those Chronica Sphere things. Okay, so that was a timed event then. What am I hearing? Bro. Oh, they're hanging. I'm like looking around like an idiot. Alright, boys. What happened to your legs, though? Did Hornbuckle get his own game? Yeah. It's usually classic skins and gear. I played on the Switch, so I missed the cool details like that fight. I love... Yeah, I'm sure this didn't look as good as it does on Xbox 360 on the Switch. Time vaults. Oh, you can restock the crypt chests. Interesting. This is where you start, right, or something? But these are all the loot's like randomized, isn't it? In order to get the Mind's Eye stuff, you need to perform 10 fatalities, 10 brutalities, and 10 mercies on an opponent with any character. Is that's something relevant? Oh, is that to get into that door? How do I lower this bridge? I have to do the other two? Alright, there's a video somewhere explaining it, but I really wanted the MK3 loose skin, and I was so confused where it was until I found that video. Yeah. I remember I made a short about the Kano dinner scene reference, and I had no idea how to get there, and thankfully somebody did like a how-to for dummies type of guide, so I could find out how to get there. Because I love that reference. I remember there was like a glitch for a while where you could get like unlimited coins or something like that. But if memory serves, they patched it. Oh, and I got the reptile Easter egg too, where it's like the scene from the movie. There you need the key crypt items. I think I have the blindfold and I have the hammer. And now I have Raiden's staff, which I don't know what that does. Part of the one being. I need to make this guy playable. Is this where, like, I started or something? This looks familiar. Like, one event happens, and then you have to wait 10 days until the next, but it may not show up. You have to check the spot every day until the chest... Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, this is where we started. Liu Kang's was active the day I saw that video, though, and it was like 11:58 or something. Wow. Yeah, that's a weird shortcut they put in the game. I guess at least it gets you down to Goro's lair quicker. Crypt guy for MK2, yeah, 100%. Or give me a Crypt guy cameo. I hated the Kai Tin area. That was like my least favorite part of doing this. I'm a big fan of those giant creatures, insects. Thanks for that subscription. Poor Goro. You got too lazy. Oh, whoa, you can come back here. Wait, what's in here? Oh. This has to be something good, right? No, it was not. Oh, the collector shop. And there's Kano. Enjoying his chicken. I think the pit is this way. There he is. Pour one out for my boy. Oh yeah, you're right. It is definitely turkey. Goro is where the Liu Kang chest was actually. It was a crypt. It was Crypt Event 7. And you said that still spawns too? This is peak Ermac, by the way. And I won't hear anything to the contrary. What a shame they didn't put that in MK1. GG Ermac. Pour one out for the boy. I remember something like attacked me here, and it scared the crap out of me. F. What was that, dude? Don't do that ever again. The atmosphere is just like unrivaled. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there. Everyone who is still tuned in. A little tired, but we finished Aftermath. We got both endings. So I think next stream we'll either do, I think we'll probably just do MK1, just because we're going in kind of order. And then after that, we'll see. I don't really know what to do after that, but you know, we'll figure it out. And again, James, you're the GOAT. Appreciate the $5. The community post was questionable. Why? Why do you say that, Peng? Definitely gotta add more music to this looping soundtrack. I also do think I'll get another grid up tomorrow. I haven't done it yet, so I'll probably work on that after I end stream. It was very interesting looking. Well, I just wanted to raise awareness for any Street Fighter fans out there, because I know it's been such a topic of discussion in the MK community, and clearly Capcom has no issue putting out costumes like that. Some chips or something, bro. Chacho. Least I can do for the GOAT. Nah, you're a real one. Chun-Li is ultra thick. Yeah, it was questionable. I questioned posting it, but you know. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Even the Yap session for a long time where we kind of just ranted and talked about nonsense, and I'm enjoying the streams quite a bit. I'm still gonna, like, my goal is to get at least 3 a week, but again, doing all the editing and the thumbnail work and the shorts and stuff, it's hard to fit all of that into my schedule. But is there a 360 angle in the game? Oh, I can guarantee you there is. Deception maybe, even though it would be long, or Brave Ari remakes I'd watch for real. I have a wife, Peng, so I'm right there with you. Yeah, Deception sounds good, so do the Ari remakes. Honestly, even if people don't watch, I would love to just play them and, like, kind of inch my way through them. Although, do I start with Ari Remake 1? And is that still accessible? Because I've heard that's, like, arguably the best of the remakes. And it came out forever ago. But anyway, we'll figure it out. And, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. I mean, we've been, like, regularly hitting, like, between 30 and 40 viewers a night. And, that's pretty nice. I feel like we've built a little community here where we kind of just hang out, and it's cool. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Probably be back tomorrow, but you know me. It may or may not happen. I'll try to throw up a schedule beforehand. And I would love to figure out how to multi-stream on Twitch, but that's another conversation for another time. I won't keep you guys any longer. To the 16 of you in here, appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day / evening / afternoon, and